Hey guys, it's Kesara, and today I'm going to be doing my reading vlog and book talk for the Tawny Man Trilogy by Robin Hobb. Okay, so for those of you guys who haven't seen my book talk videos before, these videos are for people who have already read the books. Just know beforehand that I absolutely love this series. If you've read the Farseer trilogy, the Tawny Man trilogy takes place 15 or so years after the Farseer trilogy and definitely builds off of the previous series very much. And you definitely get a lot more into the characters that were from the Farseer trilogy. So you're seeing all of those same characters again, and you get some of the newer characters, like some of the children that were born towards the end of the Farseer trilogy. You get to meet them also in the Tawny Man trilogy. So I absolutely loved it. I read the series in like about a week to finish the series, and considering how long it is, that's like really impressive. Like the third book in the series is 914 pages, and I finished it over the course of 2 days. Like it was so good. I really enjoyed it. For those of you who want more of my thoughts on it, vlog and the book talk at the end will have tons of spoilers. So if you haven't read the books, I highly recommend going and reading the books first and then coming back and watching the video. So we're gonna go straight to the reading vlog now. It's Saturday, June 22nd, and I just started Fool's Errand by Robin Hobb. I'm so excited. First book in the Tawny Man trilogy. It has been a good 2 months since I've read a book from the realm of the Elderlings. So I'm so excited to get back into this world. Like, I've only read one chapter. Like, I'm barely into it. I just had so much joy reading that first chapter. And mind you, the Farseer trilogy wasn't my favorite. I absolutely loved the Lives Traders trilogy. And this is the characters from the Farseer trilogy and the setting from the Farseer trilogy, just like a decade or so into the future. But at the same time, like, I'm so excited to just be in this world that I can't contain myself right now. So yeah, nothing has happened. Like literally nothing has happened, but I don't care at this point. I just want to continue reading. So yeah, I'll check in with you guys later. So it's Friday, June 28th. I'm 250 pages in now, and I did think the beginning so far was very slow. I wanted Fitz to get back to Buckkeep and like just get out of the cottage. And I felt like he spent just way too much time in like the cottage, but we got to see a lot of his backstory of what he's been doing all those years, which is interesting. But at the same time, he's in Buckkeep now. I'm super happy, like finally the plot of the story has started. So I'm really excited about where this book is going, and I'm hoping that I can finish it over the next couple of days because like I just love being back in this world. And there's a little mention of like Bing-chan and the Rain Wilds, and I want to get back there. So yeah, I want to finish the Tawny Man trilogy so that I can get to the Rain Wild Chronicles. Actually, if I'm being honest, I might read them at the same time just because I really want to get back to Bing-chan and that area more too. So yeah, but so far I am enjoying this and I like where it's going. Like the things that have just happened with Prince Dutiful and his running away, maybe, we'll see. I like that Fitz has to find him. Like, I love this. This is so good. I'm really excited to see where this is going. So, okay, so I am almost done now. Like, I'm really close to the end. I'm probably gonna finish it tonight. Prince Dutiful reminds me so much of Malta in Ship of Magic, because in Ship of Magic, I absolutely hated Malta and everything about her. But by the time Ship of Destiny came around, I absolutely loved her. She was one of my favorite characters. So I'm really hoping that Prince Dutiful becomes a character like that for me, because right now, he is so freaking annoying. Oh my gosh. But at the same time, like, I'm really enjoying this book a lot more than I thought I would. Like, I expected this one to be like one of them that like I liked, but didn't love. But yeah, I'm really loving this one. I think Fitz has grown a lot, and I like his character growth, and there's just so much more of his character. Like there are like 5 other books after this one, so I'm just excited to see where this is going, because so far I've really enjoyed it. I'll let you know more of my thoughts on it when I finish it, but yeah, I haven't even really been able to vlog it very much because I just, like, I'm reading it. Like, I don't even want to stop just to tell you how I feel because I just want to continue on with it. So yes, I'm gonna go do that now. So it's Tuesday, June 2nd, and yesterday I finished Golden Fool because yes, I'm reading these books a lot faster than I was expecting to, because the first two trilogies in the Realm of the Elderlings, I finished, like, it took me like several months to finish each of those. And then this one, it's like 2 weeks and I'm already like more than halfway done with the series. Because for some reason, I can't get enough of this series. I did start Fool's Fate. First of all, I did listen to a lot of the audiobook for Golden Fool, mostly because I just didn't have time to pick up a physical book. I had time for audiobooks. I wasn't feeling like listening to any other audiobooks. So I just continued on with Golden Fool on audio, and that's probably why I finished it in like 2 days, and also why I didn't get to vlog very much of it for you guys. But there's so much. There's so many like reveals and things in this book that I don't even have words for it. First of all, I think the biggest thing for me was the Fool and Amber are the same person. Oh my gosh, I cannot, like, mind blown. I have to reread The Live Ship Traders now because I love the Fool. I've always loved it. He's been one of my most trusted characters since the beginning of the series. But Amber, I really didn't like. It's not that I didn't like her. I mistrusted her the entire time during The Live Ship Traders. Like, I just didn't feel like she had the character's best interest in mind, and I don't know. But now I kind of have to go back and read The Live Ship Traders with the thought that Amber is the Fool, and then maybe I'll like it better. Also, Paragon's face is Fitz's face. Like, Fitz's face is, like, Amber carved Fitz's face into Paragon, which is, again, another thing that's just like, now I understand why the Fool's horse was named Malta. That's great, by the way. I love that. But just so much there. And the fact that the Fool is in love with Fitz, I kind of love that. Like, I don't see them together. Not as Lord Golden, at least. I don't see Lord Golden and Tom Badgerlock together. But I could totally see Fitz with Amber. Like, that would be a great match. I don't know. Maybe Fitz and the Fool also, like, that's fine too, but I like it. I kind of don't, just because Fitz is so against it, but like, I kind of do at the same time. Like, I can see that. Yeah. I like it better than I liked Fitz and Molly. Let's put it that way. I never liked Molly. That's a horrible thing to say. So many things happen in this book. So many things. I absolutely loved it. I ended up giving it 5 stars. I will talk more about this later after I finish the entire trilogy, but oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Like I said, I started Fool's Fate yesterday. I actually got pretty far into it. 150 pages or so, and I'm really enjoying it so far. Like, really enjoying it. So I do want to continue on with this one, and I will talk to you guys later. I just finished Fool's Fate by Robin Hobb. I absolutely loved every second of this. I absolutely loved it. Like, I think that's the fastest that I've ever read 900 pages. Like, absolutely the fastest. And like, I didn't even want it to end. Like, I wanted to keep reading. I've never been that invested in like the ending of a like not really. I have been that invested in the ending of a story, but like I wanted to just start reading about like the ending and what kept going on after that. Like, I know there's a 3rd trilogy, so like the Fitz and the Fool trilogy is coming up, so there's unfinished business that I'm excited about, but like I just wanted more from it. Oh, you know, it was so good. Like I can't even talk about it yet, but it was so good. So yeah, I really love this trilogy. Like, definitely better than the Farseer trilogy. I liked the ending of this trilogy a lot better than Live Ship Traders. Live Ship Traders honestly is more my style than the Tawny Man Trilogy is, but oh, it gives Live Ship Traders a run for its money, and that one is like one of my favorites of all time. So yes, really love the Tawny Man Trilogy. I will talk about this a little bit more later, but so good. That's like the fastest I've ever read this many pages, like seriously, because I finished all 3 of them over the course of, I want to say like 2 weeks. That's gotta be pretty good because this is not a small series, but oh, Fitz, so stupid sometimes, but yet you gotta love him. It has been a little while since I finished the series, and this series still like really resonates in me. I recently started the Rainwild Chronicles, and it's not the same as the Tawny Man Trilogy, and I almost wish that it was, which is surprising to me because the Tawny Man Trilogy is supposed to be like the sequel to the Farseer Trilogy, and the Rainwild Chronicles is the sequel to the Lifeship Traders. And I liked the Lifeship Traders a lot more than the Farseer Trilogy. I have a feeling that I like the Tawny Man Trilogy a lot more than the Rainwilds. We'll find out soon enough, but there were just so many things that were revealed in the Tawny Man Trilogy that I want to talk about. So first, we're gonna talk about characters. So first we have Fitz. I love Fitz so much. I did not love him in the Farseer Trilogy. Did not love him at all, but in the Tawny Man Trilogy, he just grew on me so much. He kind of annoyed me at the very beginning when he was just like in his like little hut or cottage or whatever, and he didn't want to go to Dutiful even though like the prince needed someone to teach him how to skill. He didn't want to go back to Buckkeep, and I didn't understand that, and I didn't like where he was coming from, but I think I understand better now that I've seen the end of the trilogy and like everything that happened in the Dragon Garden, and Fitz like, you know, getting his memories back and his feelings back and becoming now a whole person. So that makes me really excited for Fitz and the Fool, because I just feel like it's just such a like different character now than it was at the beginning of the Tawny Man Trilogy, which I love that when the characters change so much over the course of that time. I absolutely love Fitz's relationship with Dutiful, especially in the first book. Like, he like almost like, I remember there was one line in particular. It was like he was really disappointed by his son, and like that changed so much as the series continued on and progressed. So like I liked that, and I liked the development there. It was just such a really great relationship, and I think it was really well done. It also makes me really sad though that Dutiful will never know that Fitz is his father, biologically at least, because I feel like that would change their relationship in like a good way. But at the same time, I understand why Fitz won't tell him. Like, I understand. I still hope that it somehow happens in the Fitz and the Fool trilogy. Like, I'm still hoping for that. So we'll see how that goes. Oh, I forgot. Nettle. Oh, Fitz's relationship with Nettle too is so good. I just like, it's good, but at the same time, like, I want to slap Fitz for how he talks to her, like, and he's so like, oh, I understand that it was Burke and Molly's, like, it was they were the ones that had to tell Nettle. Like, I completely understand that. But at the same time, like, he kind of went behind their backs to cultivate this relationship with Nettle, and I know he couldn't have gone to them, but that was a little heart-wrenching too. The next character I have to talk about is definitely the Fool. The Fool's character is so different in the Tawny Man Trilogy, because he's a Tawny Man, obviously, and he's so different in the Tawny Man Trilogy than he was in the first book, in the Farseer Trilogy. I didn't really care for him in the Farseer Trilogy. I didn't really pay attention to the Fool very much in the Farseer Trilogy until like the third book, when he became, you know, the White Prophet. But in this trilogy, I was like, he was one of the characters that I was most interested in this trilogy, and definitely his relationship with Fitz and the way that worked out was really interesting to me. I don't know how to explain that. I did not know where that was gonna go. It was kind of like one of those things where like he obviously had a connection with Fitz, a romantic feelings towards Fitz, which Fitz would never go to, which was okay, but like it was one of those like heartbreaking relationships, because you know, like, it's never really going to be fulfilled, but at the same time you kind of want it to be fulfilled in a way. Like, you kind of want that confrontation to happen, and of course that confrontation did happen, and it was kind of heartbreaking, and I still really enjoyed it though. I thought it was really good. I'm still like very confused about who the Fool is and what is going on. Because obviously, yes, he's the White Prophet, Fitz is the Catalyst. Where is he from? What is the whole point of that? I feel like in the Tawny Man Trilogy, we finally started getting reveals towards like endgame of where the series is going. But at the same time, like, I'm still like really intrigued and want more from them. Oh, I completely forgot. This is like the worst organized book talk ever. The Fool and Amber are the same person. What? What? When did this happen? Like, I wish I had known that as I was reading the Lifeship Traders trilogy, because I did not trust Amber at all. Like, I trust the Fool, but I did not trust Amber at all. And I was so distrustful of her that like, I didn't want her to be on Paragon. I didn't want her to carve Paragon's face or anything like that. Like, I didn't want any of that. But like, now that I know that it was really the Fool, I kind of want to like go back and reread the Lifeship Traders trilogy with that new perspective. Like, I feel like I'll get something new from it, having now had that revelation. So yeah, there's that too. So I'm cutting in from about several hours later because I completely forgot to talk about Thick. I don't know how I forgot to talk about Thick in my original videos, but I wanted to add a few things there. Thick is one of those characters. He's such a simple character, but at the same time, I absolutely loved Thick in this series. I loved his relationship with Fitz and especially how Thick was so smart in some areas and so strong and powerful in some areas, but in other areas he was just like completely not. So like that combination went really well for me, and I really like Thick. So I'm really sorry that I forgot to talk about him earlier, but he was definitely one of my favorite characters in the series. Plot wise, we could talk about plot. I honestly felt like the plot was a little weird. The whole thing with Dutiful in the very beginning disappearing and all of that in the first book, I thought was a little odd. Like, I didn't expect that to happen. I know we needed something for Fitz to get out of the situation that he was in, to get out of that rut. But at the same time, I just felt like there are other ways to do that. It felt a little contrived to me in that sense. But after that, I really enjoyed it. Like, everything going to find the dragon and all of that, I thought was really good. I was a little disappointed that the whole wit magic thing kind of resolved itself without our characters really being that involved with it. I just felt like they needed to be, like, I felt like it would have been interesting to have part of the series from Kettrick's point of view and her dealing with that side of the political situation that was going on. I thought that would have been interesting, but of course everything is from Fitz's point of view in this series. So, but I still really enjoyed it, even though like I felt like a lot of stuff happened in the background that could have been really interesting on the page, if that makes sense. The series would have had to be a lot longer for that to work though, and it was already pretty long as it is. The next thing I always talk about is world building when it comes to fantasy books. Obviously, I love the world building in this series. I think it's so well done, and I don't really have that much to say about it just because like it's Robin Hobb. It's the same world that I've been like in for the last 2 series, so obviously I really enjoy it. And of course, Robin Hobb's writing style is the last thing I want to talk about, and I absolutely loved her writing style. Loved it so much. So yes, definitely I feel like I'm forgetting some things, but I did do a vlog right before this, so hopefully I said everything in the vlog. Oh, Tintaglia, I forgot to talk about Tintaglia. I can see where there are gonna be some issues in the Rainwell Chronicles with Tintaglia and her new mate, because she's not going back for those dragons. So yeah, I'm definitely really excited for the Fitz and the Fool trilogy. Like, I had planned to take like the entire year to read this series, the entire series. I think I might get to it sooner than that. I don't think I'm gonna wait that long. I'm not gonna do a book a month. Like, I read 3 books this month, and that's the entire Tawny Man trilogy, and I've already started the Rainwell Chronicles. So like, I'm definitely gonna finish it before the end of the year, probably significantly before the end of the year. But yeah, I really love this series. If you guys have any comments or anything else to say about the Tawny Man Trilogy, I would love to discuss it with you guys in the comment section. I post videos at least weekly, so consider subscribing. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up to support my channel. All social media links are in the description down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.